Hey everybody, it's Bandar Tyrell, and I'm going to do another video today on basic building techniques for Second Life. And we're working with Blender right now, so I'm going to show you how to do some tufting to create like a tufted leather surface with buttons and on a surface. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. So let's just go jump right in here. So you start with the default cube. We're just going to select that, go into edit mode by hitting tab, and then we want to subdivide that a couple times. So right click it, hit subdivide, and then just do it again, right click and hit subdivide. So now we've got it broken down into it's a 4x4 grid of faces here on each of the faces of the cube. Then we're going to go up to the face menu and we're going to pick poke. What poke does is it connects the corners of each of these faces to create the central dot in each one. Now you want to go back up to faces and we're going to do this triangles to quads. So it turns the triangles from 3-sided polygons into 4-sided polygons. I don't know if you noticed much of a change there. So you have squares here instead of having the dot in the center with the triangles going to it. And then we're going to do face and we're going to do poke again. And if you want to, you can do it one more time to get that look. You don't have to do this time, but we're going to go ahead and go forward with this. All right, so while you're in edit mode, go ahead and hit 1 for vertex mode, which is this option right here. And then you're going to click on the dot in the center of each one of these. You're not going to pick each one of these. You're just going to pick one of them, but it's the dot in the very center. And then you're going to go up to select, and you're going to do select similar and amount of connecting edges. So now that gives you no, don't do that. It gives you those dots like this, right? Now we're going to go in, we're going to do Control Shift B for bevel, and then we're going to move this out until we get a big circle like that. Click with your left mouse button. Now we're going to go to face mode, which is a 3, or clicking this right there. So now we've selected these faces. Now what we want to do is we want to extrude those faces and go in with them. So let's turn this at a bit of an angle. Then we're going to do Alt-E for extrude. And we're going to pick extrude faces along normals. And then just go the other way. Go move it in like that. And then left click. Okay. Then we're going to do it again. Alt-E. Oops. That was Control-E, sorry. Alt-E, and do extrude faces along normals again. And this time we're going to go out just past the edge of that. Okay. And now we're going to do Control plus on the number keypad. So Control and then hit the plus on the numpad. That selects, it increases the selection. It's the same thing as doing select more or less and then picking more, and then do it one more time. That gets the inside of this, when we extruded the circle and we pushed it in, and then we extruded and came back out, it created there's like 3 parts, and so we wanted the end and we wanted the 2 parts on the side all selected. So Control plus twice selects all of that. And now we're just going to do scale with hitting the S key and scale that down like that. Let's go out here. Scale like this. See? It gives you this really kind of complicated look. Really scales it in a lot too. Probably too much. Like that. Yeah, this is because I did the poke too many times. So I did poke one too many times and it gave us this bizarre thing. So let's go back. See if I can get back to the place where before I did that poke. There we go. That's just the one poke. So let's start over again. We're going to select that and then do select similar amount of connecting edges. And then we will do bevel with the Control Shift B. Pull that out. Then 3 for face. Go Alt E. Extrude faces along normal. Go in. Click. Alt E. Come back out. Then we're going to, let's make sure we have this set to individual origins. Oh, I had it on median point. That's wrong too. That's probably another thing that went wrong. So instead of median point, you want individual origins. So you want to do each one of these independently. You don't want them going it to a central point. And then you hit your S for scale. And when you scale, you get this behavior. Still doesn't look quite right. Oh, because I didn't select. Yeah, I didn't select that one. So Control plus twice. Now scale and see what happens. There we go. Now we're getting there. Now see that again? So had it selected, do Control plus twice to select the sides. We only had the ends selected. That's why it didn't work right. And now if we scale this, you can see it scales down. Get it to about the size you want your button to be. Left click, then hit the tab key to get out of edit mode back to object mode, and we're going to right click this and do shade smooth. And there you have a tufted surface. And you can get it to be deeper creases and things like that, but the way you play with it. So if we go back, I'll try and see if we can get back there and do it. Okay, so from here, let's try to extrude this one level deeper. I mean, a little bit deeper. Let's go inside more. Alt edge, extrude faces along normals. Let's go in deeper like that. And then do it again. And come back out. And maybe don't go out so far. Let's see what happens if we stop it a little earlier. Okay, Control plus twice. And then scale with the S. And now what happens? Yeah, so you get much deeper pockets. Much deeper creasing. Okay, oops, I want to do that. Go back to object mode and now hit shade smooth. And see, now you've got deeper tufting. If you want to add more detail to this, you can add a you can add a modifier to it for subdivision surface. And it kind of smooths it out a little bit too much to me, so let's try going here. Yeah, I don't really like that, so I'm going to get rid of it. I think it was fine the way it was. But anyway, that's how you do it. And then if you want to export that and bring it into Second Life, you're going to need to do a couple of things. So the first one is you're going to need to UV map it. And I don't think UV mapping this is going to be very pretty, but we can play with it. So you'll probably want to go in here to edit mode and then hit 2 for your edges. Then you want to pick the edges along here. I'm going to try to do control and left click and see if it gives it to me. Yeah, it doesn't because we did all this. So just select them like this. Maybe the ones on the bottom here. This. And do edge, mark, seam. So we have kind of cut this 3 sides out on this one. And then we're going to do this side, this side, and this side. We're going to go down like this, and then across. Like that, and do mark edge, mark seam. And so, okay, that's gonna, this will hinge out and open like a door. So that'll come over that way, that'll come over this way. We need one to go across the top here. Mark seam. That'll fold up to be the top. And those two should fold down. So it should end up looking like a cross when we're done. All right, so let's go up to UV editing. Let's try doing it this way and see what happens. Select everything. Wait a minute. Yeah, there we go. X-ray. You want X-ray on, so it was off. All right, so select everything. So now it gets all 360 degrees sides. If you don't turn X-ray on, then you can't see through it. It only selects the faces that are facing you. You want to get all the faces, so you need to turn X-ray on before you select. So that gives us everything. Then I'm going to try this and see how it works. So we're going to go to project from view. And come over here, select everything on this side, and do unwrap. And there it is. There is your UV map. And it's seamless for this shape. Now, let's go ahead and apply material to it. Go back over here, and we'll go to the material tab. It has a material called material on it, but let's rename this to Tufted. Okay. We'll go ahead and export this. Export to Collada. We're going to export it as Tufted C documents. Okay. And just to make sure we don't get anything else, we'll put turn selection only on. Boom. There it goes. Now, let's go to Substance Painter, and let's do a new project. You want to use PBR Metallic Roughness Alpha Blend Starter Assets as your template. We're going to select Documents, C Documents, and get the one we just made, Tufted Cube. And we're going to bring that in, set it to 2048 for your document resolution, set DirectX to OpenGL because we're targeting Second Life. And discard what was there before. And there it is. Now we're going to go up to our display settings and go to environment map, click that and pick the double-sided or two-sided panorama that we've created from watching our previous videos. And then we're going to slide down here under the Texture Set Settings tab, and we're going to go down to look for Bake Mesh Maps. Click on that. Brings us to the Bake Mode Manager. Under Common Settings, you're going to do use Low Poly Mesh as High Polygon Mesh. So you click that. Then go down to Output Size and set it to 2048. And then come over here on the left side, you're going to pick Ambient Occlusion. Where it says Secondary Rays, drag that over to 256. On Curvature, drag Secondary Rays to 256. And on Thickness, drag Secondary Rays to 256. And then now you're ready to bake it. So we're going to hit Bake. And now it's going to bake all of our maps. And then you can click Return to Painting Mode. And then I already have leather selected here under my Smart Materials. Let's pick one like, pick something, this dark gray used leather. Let's drag that on. And there you go. You have now textured it with leather, and you have a good looking thing here. So let's export that. Export our materials. So I hit F3 because I have it mapped, but it's File, Export. And then on your output template, you want to scroll all the way up to the top and look for GLTF PBR Metal Roughness. So pick that. That's the output template. And that's all you got to do. And then hit Export. And there it is. It's exported as. I haven't saved this, so it's gonna be using this as the default name, PBR Metallic Roughness Alpha Blend, and then it'll have tufted leather in parentheses. So I think. Anyway, so now we need to go into Second Life and import this. So hold on a second while I go fire up Second Life. Okay, so here we are in Second Life. And let's just do a couple of things here. Import this with the build menu, upload mesh model, and it's called tuftedcube.dae is what I saved it as. And it comes in, it's not that many polys. I thought it would be more. So it's 2588 here. That's not too bad. Let's see what the LI is going to be on it. By hitting that calculate. So right now it would be about 15 LI. So what I usually do is I put that to 0. Let's recalculate it and see what that did. Okay, that got it down to about 5. And you can lower these too. So that's 862. Let's put that at like 250. And then this one, let's do it at 1,000. See if it makes any difference. Okay, I got it down to 2, so that's good. Let's go ahead and hit upload. Okay, there it is. We'll drag that out. And now we have the tufted cube. And we'll go ahead and go back to the upload menu, and we're going to upload our material. And that comes in my export folder. So let's grab export and go PBR Metallic Roughness Alpha Blend. Open. And then we'll go blend opaque. Because it was set to blend, which is going to make it transparent, and we don't want it to be transparent. So I don't know what it is with Substance Painter. that has the opacity layer in there, right? And everything comes in like this is alpha blend, and I have to change it manually to be opaque. Okay, and hit save. Now it's going to upload all the stuff for that material. All these individual textures go in your textures folder. So if you look in textures, you'll see them right here. There's the individual textures for that material, which we're not really going to use. And then here's the material. I'm just going to drag it and drop it on. And there you have a tufted leather cube, which is not very useful. But you could make it into something. I don't know. It just shows you how to do it. So anyway, that's the process for creating something that's tufted with buttons. There's other ways of doing it. That's just one way. So next time we'll try a different way. I kind of like this way because it gives you the buttons too, and you don't have to dork around with it. And then you can also select those in Blender, and you can select all of the ones like we had done before when we we did the extrude in and then the extrude back out. So when we had those parts selected, we could have applied a different material to them, like and called it buttons, and then we would be able to texture the buttons separately from the rest of the tufting part too. Right now they're all part of the same material, so if you look, you'll see there's no two faces. It's all one face, right? So that material is being applied to everything. It just looks really dark on the buttons for some reason. But that's how it works. So now you've gone through the process of building a simple cube in Blender, making it look tufted with buttons, setting a material for that, taking in the Substance Painter, getting it ready, applying a material to it, exporting it as PBR, then coming back to Second Life, importing it, and importing the material, applying the material, and then seeing how it looks. So you've gone through the whole process, and we will let me know how you like that. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more of the stuff that I'm doing, and ring the notification bell if you want to know when I put out another video, so that you don't miss out on all the wonderful educational material on my channel. And this is Bandor, and it's late, and I'm going to go to bed because I sound pretty tired. So we'll talk to you guys next time.